But on August 17th, 2024, at about 2:30 p.m., a guy would get caught on camera with no mask on right after committing a murder. You would see this guy running with his dog right on the 4900 block of West Fulton Street. He was running right after he shot Daryl Hill, 43 years of age, and Jonathan Akins, 40 years of age, would get caught for the murder. He didn't wear any face mask and was pretty recognizable in the footage.
I mean, you got 2 dogs with you, bro. Like,
yeah, whoa.
In Chicago, only 19% of suspects are caught and arrested for a murder. And a lot of these murders are being caught on camera these days, with a total of 547 murders. And these murders that happen on camera range from a guy going in a corner store with an ARP under his armpit right before committing a murder with it, from a guy committing a murder on a scooter. This first one we talking about happened on May 24th, 2024. At around 11:20 p.m., you would see this black SUV pull up in the frame. 3 suspects would then get out and scope out the scene when they suddenly spotted 20-year-old Victor H. Rodriguez and 21-year-old Jamie Serrano. They would spot him and run up on him and shoot him multiple times in the 4700 block of Troy Street.
all on camera. All on camera. Pretty sure the whip stolen. Pulling to the
right after the murder, they would pull up at a gas station and refill on gas like nothing ever happened.
YN's on Demon Town. Yeah, they look young. Look how he pumping gas. Crazy. You see, crime don't come with no skin color.
But on August 17th, 2024, at about 2:30 p.m., a guy would get caught on camera with no mask on right after committing a murder. You would see this guy running with his dog
with
right on the 4900 block of West Fulton Street. He was running right after he shot Daryl Hill, 43 years of age, and Jonathan Akins, 40 years of age, would get caught for the murder. He didn't wear any face mask and was pretty recognizable in the footage.
I mean, you got 2 dogs with you, bro. Like...
On July 19th, 2024, a on-duty U.S. Postal employee would get shot and killed. Octavio Redmond, 48 years of age. At around 11 a.m., you would see the suspect get into this white SUV.
I remember that one, man. I did a reaction on that video too, actually.
Then he would pull up to the 12,000 block of South Harvard Avenue. And right here you would see the suspect get out and kill 48-year-old Octavia Redmond. She suffered from multiple gunshot wounds including her chest and was taken to Christ Medical Center where she died from her injuries. The shooter would hide back in the vehicle and speed away westbound on 121st Street. Nobody has ever been arrested for this murder and the motive is still unknown. In this next one, Safari Hearn, 25 years of age, will get caught on camera right before he was murdered. He was out looting on the night of May 31st, 2020. He would then ask Michael Williams for a ride in this gray SUV. When they got to 6301 Stony Island, and 25-year-old Safarian Herring was shot in the head, and the shot spotter alerter made the police make the wrong decision. They knew that he was shot in a car, but they didn't know who shot him. And a video shows a black car beside him right before he was shot. And Michael Williams, who was driving him, said that the shots came from that car, and he ended up spending a year in jail for this.
For years, ShotSpotter has been a fixture in some Chicago neighborhoods, mostly on the south and west sides. The gunshot detection system was touted as a faster way to alert police about the location of gunfire. Soon after ShotSpotter was switched off, Sierra Evans was shot. Her body not found for 9 hours. Aldermen say they asked ShotSpotter to review records and found 11 gunshots were detected on the block, but not reported to police because the city ended the contract.
That's crazy.
Herring's case was different in that he was shot while riding inside the SUV. The question was, who shot him?
We know he was shot in the car because they didn't find no gunshot residue. They found blood in the seats and on the passenger side of in the car where he was sitting.
After the shooting, Williams drove Herring to the hospital.
They said, "You need to get down here quick." I said, "What's wrong?" They said it was a gunshot to the head. When I walked in there, he wasn't even recognizable. I said, "That wasn't my son." So I turned back around, and the doctor said, "Yes, that's Safarian Herring." Wow.
Crazy.
Williams left before police arrived, so detectives were left with few clues or even an address of where Herring was wounded.
But on November 6, 2023, you will see the suspect walk in the frame and walk out of this house in the 8900 block of South Justine Street, right after murdering Shia Clark, 29 years of age. He would casually walk out like nothing happened.
Young menaces, man. No heart.
September 8th, 2024, two guys would get caught on camera walking down the street while a car followed them in reverse in the 700 block of North Holstead when he walked up on 33-year-old Kendall Tyler and shot him multiple times. He was left with gunshot wounds to his head.
I mean, that little suspect, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you on forward.
Then August 28th, 2024, this gray vehicle was suspected to be involved in a fight that happened in the 9400 block of South Forest Avenue, right before being involved in a homicide in the 1500 block of East 95th Street. The suspects would kill 24-year-old Armani Ryan. She was shot in the head while traveling inside a car. In this next one, the suspect would get caught on a scooter right before murdering someone. It was August 30th, 2024. As you can see in the video, this guy would pop in the frame on a scooter. Then he would get caught again just walking without the scooter.
He had to ditch that. That was his vehicle.
Right after this, he would kill 49-year-old Katrina J. Brown. The news reports say someone in a dark color SUV drove down the 11,000 block of South Indiana Avenue, and a man with a concealed carrying weapons license would fire back. And then after the murder, he would get caught again with two other people right at about 1:42 a.m. walking down an alleyway.
CCTV everywhere, boy. Can't get away with nothing nowadays, man. Look like a third. Oh, that's the suspect.
This next one will be one of the craziest ones we would talk about, and it would get caught in 4K at about 7:43 a.m. you would see this black Nissan pull up to the gas station. Two suspects would then get out the car with masks on, fully loaded with an ARP under his armpit. Plus, one of the suspects was recording while walking in the corner store.
Bad business. Man. Got the blicky under the arm. Bro about the light in the store. You know they ain't on no. Look like they spotted somebody.
They would get to the car, look around, and spot 32-year-old Marquis Smith.
Crazy.
They would both pull out guns and let off multiple shots at him. He was shot multiple times in the 8600 block of South Morgan Street. They would get back in the car and ride off. No one has been arrested for this murder. These situations remind you to stay aware in public and are good tools to see what to do in situations like this. But that'll be about it for this video. Make sure you like or dislike, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what y'all want to see next. And as always, stay blessed and stay well. Yeah, I'm out.
Man, at this point, they ought to know, man. Every action, every movement they caught. I mean, just about every last one of them was caught on camera. You know what I'm saying? Whether they caught now or later, you know what I'm saying? Eventually your time ran out. You already know how that go. But for the most part, I mean, there's CCTV everywhere. Like I said, you can't really do nothing in the public and don't think it's a bird's eye view on you. You know what I'm saying? They always say, somebody always watching. And it's just senseless, man. At the end of the day, man, that whole lifestyle right there, man. Again, bro, it's no end to it. You already know. And if I'm not mistaken, for Octavia, her murder, like I said, I remember I actually did a reaction to that one. It was a young dude. They said it was no arrest, but in fact it was. I believe a 15-year-old boy. He was caught in Iowa and extradited back to Chicago. If I'm not mistaken, quote me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe they did actually. He mentioned there was nobody caught, but I believe they caught him. It was like a young dude, 15 years old. But unfortunate, man. Like I say, all this stuff is just, it's goofy. You know what I'm saying? Goofy. Y'all already know how it go, man. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Peace.
Yeah. Whoa.